So, when I first started practicing witchcraft, and I was drawn to witchcraft my entire life, but due to a ritual gone awry when I was 13 and had no guidance, I avoided it most of my life. Maybe that's a story time we can talk about one day. But I used to sit in my energy. And I want to make it clear that during this time period, I did not have much control over my thoughts. I questioned myself a lot. But I used to just sit and feel. Try to sense. And one of the things that I sensed over and over again that I was in giant denial about was the state of my energy body. It was so stuck and stagnant that when I would tap into my own energy, it was like tar. Best way I can describe it. Thick, viscous, black. Like molasses, but thicker, slower moving. It was so stuck. It was like I could try to get it going, I could try to move it, but I was making no progress because the black was so dense that light couldn't permeate it. That there was no translucency in that black. I could shine the light of the sun on it, and my energy was so dense that it would block out the light of the sun. That is why I think darkness is such a huge part of me. I lived in that for so long. How can I not honor that? That is legitimately a piece of me. And it still is to this day, even though it's not stuck anymore. It's paper flowers now. When I first started to be able to move it, which I think was largely in part to doing the LBRP and doing what high magicians call circumambulating. I think that's right. Circumambulating the temple, which is where you build a circle. You do the LBRP, and then you kind of create a tornado in it. And you do this by walking around in a circle. You stop at the corners, you breathe in, and you just create a tornado. And I would do this with the intention of moving my energy with the circle, and then I would take that tornado into my heart. I wouldn't send it out in the universe, I'd take it in. I digress. When I started finally bringing some translucency into my energy body, when I finally was able to feel myself being pierced by the light, it was like murky bog water. Like you could just see the glimmer of the sun up above through all the muck at the bottom. Now that was almost 4 years ago. I moved into my apartment in February of 2022, the 1st of February, and I had already been practicing folk magic, but I found high magic almost right away, so I started practicing that. So I've been doing this for 4 years, and I am finally just now coming to the point where my energy is paper flowers. It's light it's pastel. And I think that speaks to how hard this can be for some of us, especially those of us who've suffered so. Especially those of us who have lived lives of violence, who've lived lives of crime, who have been addicted and homeless and absolutely out of hope. I don't care who you are, what you've done. This is worth it. Even if it takes forever, even if in the moment you feel like you are accomplishing nothing, even if it feels like the tar is not loosening, is not lightening, is not dissolving. It is. But you also don't know. You could have come in with a black tar soul. I really believe that I did. I really believe that I came in with a black tar soul from past lifetimes. Not that I was born a black tar soul, but that it was so easy to activate that in me because of things that I had done in lifetimes that have nothing to do with me now. I was a sweet little kid. I was so loving and kind and caring and compassionate, and then this group of girls started bullying me, and my brother said, "Stand up for yourself." And I snapped one day and I beat the shit out of them, and then I never stopped. I just became the bully so that I wasn't the bullied. But I really believe that each new life is a fresh start. You can be born with pure energy, but if you're born into a family that's going to activate that wounding of past lives, then all of that density from other lives can also be activated within your pure child soul. And that's why some of us do the things that we do. But say you did embark on this journey and you did this work for 40 years and you still had black tar energy, you've still cleared something out. So now your soul will be lighter in the next life. It is never not worth it. Energy reaches far beyond what we can see and know and experience. Don't give up on yourself, because you're worthy and you're worth it and you can do it. I believe in you.